That's a good hit. That's a good hit. It's a good takedown. He knows he's hooked now. Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. Are you one of those people that thinks you have to change bait every 15 or 20 minutes when you're fishing? Well, if you are, you're gonna wanna watch this video because I am gonna fish with one piece of bait. I've got one white perch that I am gonna fish with all day on this trip. And you're gonna be shocked at how many catfish I catch. There's yesterday's fish count. I don't think we'll hit that today. But we're gonna give it a good try. We're gonna make a big long drift across here. We got a west wind and we're gonna put out a big drift sock, see if we can slow it down. Oh, he popped off again. Nope, he's there. I'm gonna have a mess back here with some of these lines in a second. I don't think he's a monster. Oh yeah, I got a mess here now. I have got a mess. That is a gaggle of that is a mess, people. There's a fish right up here. It's a striper that I've caught. Boom, I see him running around. He's hooked, swimming around and all this stuff. I'm gonna try to get this mess off of here. There's the striper right there swimming. And I have no clue which line he's on. This one is tied to this. Let's see, which line's he on? I do not know. This is just a big, giant nightmare. If I can get my hand in his mouth. Damn 14-pound fish. This is a gaggle, guys. I've never had a mess like this before. This is unreal. Right there. A great blue cat. A great blue cat. Get him back. See if I can figure out where that striper went. Alright, I got part of it figured out. The striper's on this line. Hand lining, stripe, bass, and catfish. Get out of that rope, get out of that rope. Boom, big striper. Good striper. Heck yeah. We got him. Got him in the boat. Look at that. Got him in the boat. Amazing. Hand lined. I'm gonna keep him. He'll eat. Look at this gaggle, folks. How long is that gonna take to undo, huh? I'm not sure what exactly went wrong, but I'm gonna spend about 10 or 15 minutes salvaging what I've got here. This is a mess. Crazy. All right, guys, I got that mess cleaned up. What a mess. And I ended up hand lining fish in. That's, what a day. I reeled everything in, retied everything, and basically reset the boat. I'm going to make another pull across here. It seemed like there was some action there with about 100 yards of that river channel on the flat, so I'm going to drift back across a similar area, kind of parallel to it. See if there's some more fish. It was cool to catch a striper, cool to catch a couple of catfish, and we'll see what else is laying out here. What's going on this bait here? Went over, went slack. There it is. Swimming at the boat. Content the top of the water too. Get that fish back down. I think it's a small blue cat. Windy today, boy. We fished yesterday. Hardly any wind. Small drift sock. Had to use trolling motor to move the boat. And it was not good catching, or it was good catching. After some previous weeks out, or previous days out here fishing that weren't that good. And good catch rate. Today's pretty good. I kind of had that melee there a minute ago, but I'm catching them pretty decent, which is rare. Probably bleed like a stuck pig. Mouths bleed weird for some reason. Looking a little blue. Back alive. All right, guys, starting to get a few white caps out here. Pretty brisk wind around here. I'm drifting a little faster than I like. I'm doing about 0.6 to 0.7. Not the end of the world. I'm catching fish. I try to keep it slower. I like that 0.5 range. That seems to be the sweet spot. But it's not the end of the world if you're going a little bit faster. I've got a big drift sock out. It's fully inflated. It's doing fine when the wind's steady. We're getting some gusts out here, probably about 18 that are picking it up a little bit. And but if it's just a steady wind, this 8 to 10, 10 to 12, it's enough. The sock's keeping it plenty slow. So I'm just gonna drag this out. It is a long shot down through here, and I'm just gonna see what kind of fish I can catch on a big, long, straight drag. All right, guys, I think Pinky is hooked up. Made a long drag. Ain't caught that one fish a little while ago. It's probably been a half hour. We're kind of on the edge of the river channel now, starting to come back up out of the deeper water, pulling back up onto the flat. River channel's not been really producing fish, so they've been adjacent to it. So I'm hoping once we get back up here, we'll get on some more biting fish. God, yeah, another blue cat. Oh, he's barely hooked. One good tail shake and he is gone. That rod tip boom got him in the boat. Look at there, that's gonna be a quick release if I... there we go. Barely hooked with that. Bam! Nice blue cat. Good eaters if we was keeping them. Good guide trip fish, as I call them. That's 4. It's not on fire like it was yesterday, but we're catching some fish, so keep on dragging. I can run for another 3 miles down through here, so. Yeah, guys, sometimes small bait is what's working, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's what they're feeding on or what. You would think with the spawn coming up, they'd be needing all the protein they can get in their system, but it's just small bait. I've got 6 rods out. 2 of them have big baits on them, and it's been the same for the past couple days. I hadn't been catching fish on them big baits. Don't know why. Don't know what it is. That's what I always say. You can go out and say to yourself, oh, I'm fishing for big fish and I'm just using big baits. Well, you're going to eliminate some fish. You're going to eliminate a lot of fish. Now, if you're only trying to catch, you know, 80, 90 pound fish and don't mind going home not catching fish a lot, then that's okay. But there's sometimes these fish are just hitting on smaller baits, big fish, bigger fish, and it's good to put them out, but it's also good to put out some varying sizes of baits, because it's like these fish sometimes get keyed on smaller stuff, and that smaller stuff works. So that's why I like to have a variety of baits out there. Now, if you're just getting hammered by little bitty fish, yeah, you can upsize it, but most of the time, you know, you're going to that medium-sized bait, smaller bait, smaller than an entire bluegill or a big old skipjack head. Those smaller baits, a lot of times, when it's that right time of the year, they'll work. So mix it up when you're out there fishing. I think we got one there. Boom. This might be where the magic's happening with these fish, is right on the edge of this channel. Could be. This one's got a lot of line out. I seen the knot on this one, so I'm gonna have a little bit of wrangling to do to get this one in. It's coming to the top. Winds are howling today. It was nice yesterday being out here. Didn't have to deal with this wind like this. Today, however, it's a different animal. Nothing but perch today for bait. I'm out of shad. I didn't feel like doing any netting. Just perching it. A long time to reel, folks. I ain't milking this thing out. I had a lot of line out. Easy, easy. There's a rare one hooked in the top of the mouth. You don't get that too often. Blue cat. Yes, guys. Back alive. Good fish. Coming off this side of the boat. Normally I'd blame that on fresh bait, but I had to change bait. I've been using the same one perch and those baits the entire time I've been out here fishing. Good hit. I was wondering if I was going too fast. I'm kind of up around 0.7 steady now. Apparently not too fast for these fish. Middle of the day fishing. Generally the fishing starts to wane a little bit here. Hoping maybe with this wind, backside of this front, might have stuff stirred up. Who knows? We got all kinds of excuses for catching fish and not catching them. There he is. Easy, simmer down, lady. Lady girl. Roll those hooks out, guys, as much as you can. It really helps save the tips on your hooks. Plump, she got muscles in her. It feels like shad, maybe. Good fish. She is, folks. There she is. Getting ready to slap me in the face. Good fish. Alive. Still drifting, still on this one long single drift. Wind's dying a little bit. Not white capping anymore. Just a steady little breeze, probably about 8 miles an hour here. And I'm just going to keep pulling down through here. What's happened is I've kind of come up onto a little bit of a, I guess you would call it a hump in between the river channel. Channel's going to make a bend down here. I'm going to drift across the little hump back into the channel. See if there's some fish around here. My hope is that I get away from the little fish and get into an area where there's some bigger fish. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. But it's a nice, easy fish is what it is. Just an easy way to fish. So I'm going to keep drifting this straight line drift. It's a great way to do it if you're just learning how to drift for catfish. If you can get in an area where you got a good wind and a long way to drift, it's a good way to work out, you know, your technique for drifting and catching fish. The slime cat rod is hooked up again. I don't know what it is. It's got to be. Maybe it's a small bait. Maybe it's how bad the bait's torn up. Who knows? But this rod is getting hammered. Small fish. They must like that little blueback looking thing on there or something. I don't know what it is, man. It's crazy. But we're catching them. That's a dozen fish in the boat. A lot of eaters today. A lot of eater-sized fish. Maybe it's that color rattle. I don't know. All right, folks, my last ditch effort to put a big one in the boat. I'm going to drift all the way up to this wind-blown bank. I've caught like 14 fish, so it's been a great day of fishing. This is kind of blowing me up out of the river channel, which is what's happening right now. And I'm going to be working my way over toward this bank. I'm hoping maybe there's some fish over there. Wind hasn't been blowing onto that bank for long, so I don't have a lot of faith there's a lot of plankton and bait pushed up there. But we'll see. See what happens. See if that's where it's churning stuff up. See if I can get that one big one before I go home. I hope he's a big one. That's a good hit. That's a good hit. It's a good takedown. It's a good takedown. Is it a big one this time? I'd like to at least get one in the 20s. That bend on that rod. See where the action's. The butt's back there. That's some good fish. See if we can bring these fish over to this side of the boat. There we go. There he goes. Now he's starting to make a little move over there. It's a great day of fishing. Great day. There's another medium-sized fish. He's not a monster. The main thing about today's fishing is I'm catching fish all day. Normally, or a lot of times, this lake will really slow down in the afternoon. Not today. They're still biting. Big blue, big blue, big blue. I think he's gonna take a... He knows he's hooked now. He woke up now. Look at that. is trying to stay down now. Oh yeah. Good fish. There's our big one we've been looking for. That'll leave the, oh, don't get the boga twisted. Got it. Oh yeah, you're in the boga now. Ah, yes. Yes. That's the one I was waiting for there. Good fish. Get that hook out of your mouth. Perfect. Oh, in there, boys. Good fish. Nice one. Released alive. Okay. Now the one interesting note is he did come on the perch head, the bigger bait that we had out, so that's pretty cool. Bigger bait did produce one of the bigger fish of the day. There you go. Well, we caught all these fish using this one perch today. That's fish number, I want to say 17 fish, all of them caught on pieces of one bait. So swapping out bait is great if you can, but sometimes when they're feeding and the bait's right, you can catch them all day on the same piece. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know, just watch them both. They're both good.